against Anders Vejrgang? I mean, he's your teammate. You sort of have to say maybe Anders or not?
I think we will see many goals. To be honest, I would say like Anders is not good in defending Jonny, but Jonny is also not good in defending Anders. So I would say something like 6-4 for Anders.
I thought you were going to sit on the fence for a minute there. You were giving us you basically said one player's good at attacking, the other's good at attacking. Let's see what happens in the game. Graf, I mean, what do you think about this one? Because they have played earlier on this year. They played in the Virtual Bundesliga Club Championship, where you were involved in that final. I'm sorry to bring it back to you. Unfortunately, it wasn't the year to remember for RB Leipzig Gaming after such dominance in the club championship. It was SC Paderborn that came out on top. This could be an early start for Anders. It's time green. Can he get it round the goalie? No, he can't. But in that matchup, they did play, and Anders beat him 3-1.
Exactly, yeah. It was a really dominant match from Anders. I think it was really deserved, and Anders won it 3-1, like really clear also. It was just a 6 minute per half, so he did really well. But to be honest, in that moment, I think Jonny was not in his prime. I think after winning the Champions League, after winning the VBL, I think now he is in his prime.
Could be an early chance again for Anders. He's just knocked on the door of Petr already. I mean, look, we saw his team on social a few days ago, Gravison. You are reading that right. John Stones is the left back, Hostler is a right back. For those that are tuning in and thinking, what on earth is going on with Anders' back line? Give the people the lowdown.
I do thought he was going to change this history. It seems like it's onside, so we'll talk about that in a second.
Jonny, first time in Anders' box, mine the last two. Long Hostler dispossessed. Still Jonny in possession, making it difficult for Anders. 1 or 2 tackles, the ball just sticks to the feet of that greatest of the game icon, and it is the star boy Bukayo Saka, as Anders has been calling him throughout this tournament.
I do think it makes sense for Anders to use Joselu because of the first touch, playstyle plus, because of the way he's really offensive, but he also covers the possible crosses into Haaland. But I'm surprised he's using Stones. I thought he was gonna go for I don't know, maybe a Havertz, maybe a Mendy, but it feels like Stones is working out well for him because Anders was really, really, really at his best in the group stage. I mean, I don't think he suffered for a single minute.
Yeah, but as we see, Jonny is playing Haaland as a right mid, and he will cross on Haaland. He loved to cross on Haaland, so I think it's really good that Anders is playing Stones. Otherwise, we would just concede too many crosses on Haaland.
I don't mean to bring it up, Grav, but I know you could talk about it. You did play Anders a few months ago in a competitive tournament.
It was tough.
How difficult is it playing against him? Because I don't think people quite know at home the sort of player that he is and what you have to go through in those lengthy 9-minute halves.
For me, when he gets going, when he finds an opening, it's just impossible to stop him. And at least it was impossible for me because I conceded 10 goals.
But you said it, Grav. I didn't want to talk about the score.
It seems like when he finds an opening like this...
Chance, Anders, he times it reds! It's not like him, is it?
Yeah, but he's playing really good. He got now 2 really good chances. One he hits with green, Jonny moved the keeper really good. And now this one, if he hits green, he's scoring. But yeah, he's playing really well.
Jonny so deadly from corners, as we saw in the Champions League where he picked up that earlier on this year. Schmeichel is moved slightly by Anders, which does do enough to get him back in possession. Yeah, I've just tuned in. This is the FC Pro World Championship live here in Berlin, a $1 million FC 24 competition to conclude a season that has been one like no other. 32 players came yesterday, 16 eliminated. So many big shots amongst those 16 that were eliminated, including Nicholas Tex, just to name a few. Today we'll be playing all the round of 16 games, and then tomorrow it'll be all about the final 8 players. Hosselu all the way from fullback, Anders building. That was time green, it was blocked though. Little La Croqueta does enough to give him an angle, but not enough of an angle.
Wow, that was close. I do think if he went maybe for another skill speed, maybe it could have been different. But the way he's pressing now, as Mo analyzed before, it's amazing. Obviously, Saliba's going to win this header, but he's pressing with Mbappe and R9.
So crazy.
Let's pull it onside. He's going to win the battle against Hosselu. Lofted in, Haaland is there. Schmeichel is the hero. Pretty even first 30 minutes so far. Quick corner comes in between the help of Bernard Nazario and Schmeichel.
It's interesting to see the way in pretty much not all the corners, but the first 2 or 3 corners that Jonny uses goes to the first post like aggressively, but at the moment Anders is moving the keeper aggressively as well.
Yeah.
Is it something you think is because Anders is moving the keeper always in the corners? He doesn't like to not touch the keeper.
Yeah, like it's risky. It's just risky. If Jonny just cross on the second one, it would be a goal. But he's just confident to be in Jonny's head, and yeah, it works really well.
Well, you can see both games side by side here in our round of 16. Remember, we have got 4 rounds of action coming your way. Let's just stay on the Anders game. Step over exit for Nucci. That's such a big interception there. Still 1-1 in the Jesus Levy Finn game.
Nice.
You will be able to catch every single
so
match today.
What a player switch there.
He is so good.
Wow.
Will not miss a kick of the action.
As you can see, his second man pressing with Hosselu, the right back. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. And now this could be counter-attack.
Yeah.
Hosselu
out of position.
Cruyff does so well there. Look at Arnon. If he can just peel away from Hosselu, which he does, is he going to be offside? Schmeichel off the line! Oh! Somehow Anders keeps it out!
Crazy.
Wow. I mean, we talked about this. Anders' press is probably the best in the competition, but he does make mistakes as well.
Yeah.
And if you're quick with the passing, you can counter-attack.
Didn't even flinch there. Here's the replay again. It's a great run from Arnold. Schmeichel nearly puts in his own goal, and it's Hosselu of all players.
Really good movement by Anders.
You think you're through one-on-one of it, and then your next thing you know, Anders has moved the goalkeeper. It's just so hard to break down all the levels. Find a way past him. Chance for him to break.
Nice.
Mbappe will be able to pull away.
Nice.
Oh, it's brilliant feet. Mbappe still times it green on the rebound check. Harry's away. It's a coming together in the box, and just about Jonny holds it all together.
I think this first half is all about goalkeeper movement, right?
Yeah. Like we could have seen, I think, like 3 or 4 goals in this game. Again. Wow.
Brilliant goalkeeper movement. And Hosselu is being punished by Jonny at the moment.
Straight back down the other end, chance for Jonny.
What a player switch again.
Timed that one perfectly. Anders Vejrgang, as we said, fresh off his first individual major trophy in the Euros a few days ago in Berlin. I mean, I'm lucky enough to stand next to the person that played him in that final. Jonny's done so well, though, in these first 45 minutes or so. He's had some chances, which they're not going to come. They come fast, just offside. They're added time to come in of no time at all. And that will do us for the half-time here. I mean, back underway in the Anders game. We'll just stay with this one for a split second. Anders has got a massive chance for on the left-hand side of your screen. He's up by a goal to nil. 1.5 minutes off the restart. We'll see it again. I'm sure of some reaction. But what a first 2 minutes to the restart that is from Anders. Look.
The press.
Oh, it's the pressure.
It's a big win back. It's R9 and acres of space, and it's just how composed you are in those moments, Gravison, which is the difference.
And one thing that I really like about Anders is when he's attacking in a 2v1 situation, he always keeps running.
Yeah.
He keeps running. If you move the defender, that's when he goes for the pass. But if you don't move the defender, he's gonna keep running and just shoot. And that's something he does pretty much perfectly, because it's just impossible to defend really, Umut.
Yeah, if he would pass the ball, he would lose it. But he just know what the defender is doing. He's just in Jonny's head right now. So he just knew, okay, he want to cut the pass. He's selecting the player and go to Anders, his player. But he just take the ball, run and shoot.
Last chance of the half here, then we will jump back into Anders' match up against and you feel like maybe that goal's now gone in for Gravison. It might just shift the confidence.
Let's see if it shifts, because
Again, very aggressive there with Stones.
I don't know how he's able to pull it off every single time. He just presses with the fullbacks and he takes the ball back. And the thing with Anders, he's able to do that because his player switching is so good that even if he surpasses that press, he's going to be able to player switch into the centre back and then press again. Just player switching is insane.
Mbappe, step over exit, one more pass will make all the difference!
So good.
Time green!
It's just so good.
And Anders Vejrgang will lead by 2-0.
The main thing here, obviously, as you can see, the step over, the timing, the green time shot, everything was beautiful. But it all started from the press with Stones, which was too risky. But for Anders, it makes sense because he gets the ball back.
No different player would do that with Stones. No, like I wouldn't do that, because if you don't get this ball, Jonny would score, I think. But as you mentioned before, Graf, you can see here in the first attack, he's just running and shooting, and now he's just got the right decision again. He was not running with Mbappe, he was just passing to R9. Jonny thought he's going to run and shoot, but he just passes and he was free.
It's just the timing.
Yeah, the timing and the decision making. It's crazy.
It's impossible to train timing. You just got it or not.
Yeah,
he does have it.
Yeah. He's just talented. It's crazy.
There was a top 8 finish last year in the World Championship for Anders Vejrgang. He did make the quarter-final stages before losing to the hands of the Italian Obram. Could be looking.
This could be a good counter-attack. This could be dangerous.
Jonny desperate for a way back in this one. Before the tie starts to run away. Ref! He says play on. And potentially that could have been a talking point. This
nice.
breakaway. It's quite a high line, which he's going to have to do when he's 2-0 down. But he might make the most of this one, Anders. Saka, diving away, 2 or 3 tackles, he goes wide!
It's just the right choice again.
Yeah.
We expected maybe a step over, we expected maybe a pass, and then he goes for the control sprint now. I mean, he's just playing perfectly.
Kids.
Everything really. The defense, the player switching.
Well, let's see this again very quickly. This was the penalty shout that Jonny did have.
Yeah, unlucky.
Unlucky.
Unlucky for Jonny.
And then this was the chance that we just saw with Saka.
Yeah.
Yellow timed.
Yellow time.
Yellow
that was
time.
the issue. Like, he's playing perfect, but he could have scored more if he just do the right decisions. If he hits green, if he shoots in the right corner, he also could score 4 or 5 goals.
Well, he might be on to score another one. But it's more pressure from the Danish player.
Ooh!
Bit of goalkeeper movement, nearly found the tiniest of gaps there, just to squeeze that through of Hosselu.
He's doing everything right.
And he's still pressing with Hosselu with his right back.
He's still looking for that third. The ball just keeps on rebounding back. Haaland's blocked there by Saliba. Saka might interchange of R9, red time shot. And
that's
Jonny
just playing
eventually
perfect.
gets the ball back.
Tackle. Wow. And Anders is not letting us analyze anything because he's just attacking and pressing.
Just pressing. He's 2-0 up, but Johnny's not able to play.
He's not.
No.
He's not.
He'll be lucky if he gets that pause as well anytime soon.
Haaland.
Anders will be holding on to this ball. The only time you will get one is if I score a third, I'll be thinking.
Maybe a cross.
Delays and delays and delays until he can make his mind up. Haaland is in there. Doesn't really want to fall back on the crossing though.
This is good.
Instead goes to Haaland, turns it green!
Wow.
3-0!
It's so good. He's playing perfect. He's playing perfect.
He's just too good.
For another 10 in-game minutes, they can both hold on. They both will be going into the quarter-final stage, which we must say on top of that as well. Big goal back for Jonny. Don't count him out just yet.
He's still alive, but it's hard. I think it's the second time he went for the second post in the corner, which was the right choice, because as you can see, Schmeichel was out of position.
Yeah,
but
was on
still,
the first post.
Still, you mentioned it yesterday, Umut, and I totally agree. It's really hard to play with constant pressure against Anders, because it's just the way he understands the passes into the space, the way he dribbles as well. It's really hard to get the ball off him.
Yeah, and I think if you play constant pressure against Anders, he just keeps scoring. He will just score and punish you for that. But you have to do constant pressure on, otherwise he will not score.
Yeah. Well, you run out of time. You have 10 minutes, so you have to constant pressure.
You need 2 goals.
Here he comes.
To stretch Jonny all about the pitch. As he has to go for the game now. You see offside trap played there. Does he want to go again and score? Is he happy just to keep possession? Scott McTominay with an unbelievable pass to find it through. Ronaldo down the line. CRC.
Oh! That is crazy, man.
4-1.
That is crazy.
Anders Vejrgang's on his way to a quarter-final in this year's FC Pro World Championship.
Oh.
Let's go. Hondu.
it's not only the step over and the croqueta shot, it's the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, at the moment, you can see Anders pointing at Umut. You can explain that celebration, maybe. For me, the goal of the tournament so far.
Yeah.
Wow, impressive. It's just the way he hold the ball for what, 4 or 5 minutes? And why are you laughing, Umut? Tell us about it. The phone
Like,
call?
because he's always making jokes. I got my own celebration just to call and to show, and as we see, he's doing that to me because I also always do that, and he's always making fun about that. He said it's so
He's
weird
not
that I
done
do
yet.
that. Oh. And now he's pointing me with that.
홈루.
Added time with 3 minutes here. 3 goals in 3 in-game minutes, I think, will just be, unfortunately, mathematically impossible.
Yeah, and I talked with Anders before the tournament, and I said he asked me who's the best player. I said Jonny's one of the best, and he told me, you can be sure if I play against Jonny, I will gonna beat him. I will gonna beat him. You 100%, he told me, and I said how you can say 100%. He said I'm confident. I know I would beat Jonny if I play him in the World Cups.
He came prepared and he conquered. And he told Umut he was going to beat Jonny 100%. No doubts in his mind. 4-2.
My screen.
This guy, this guy.
Well, added time with 3 minutes to be played. We'll kick it off again. 2 more players will be eliminated here from Berlin. And it will be 2 players from the Virtual Bundesliga that crash out. 1 will survive in the competition still in Anders Vejrgang. 4-time result. Anders wins 4-2 against the Champions League winner, Jonny.